Om Tava Kathamritam Taptu Jivanam Kabhipiriritam Kalmashapaham Sravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhurida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all sins and misdeeds, bringing spiritual welfare to life. Spiritual beauty, prosperity, and grace flow through those who listen to your holy message. Truly generous are those who preach and share the nectar of your message with suffering humanity. Om, peace, peace, peace. So today I have selected chapter 41, that at Ram's house Sri Ramakrishna has come, and it's page 778, chapter 41, page 778. There is a reason for this selection. Apparent reason is that this meeting is happening similar time frame when we are, today is what? June 9, and this is on May 23rd. So it's May 23rd, 1885, and so summer, long day, and bright sun outside. So M usually whenever he started any discussion, he gives the background also. Because for us to do the Lila Dhyanam, it will be very helpful. So, because we are now in the nature, the same time we are going through, it will be easier for us to meditate that exact day, what is that environment. So, this is May 23rd, 1885. So, M said a little bit more information. Sri Ramakrishna has come to Ram's house, and then he also says that Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in the drawing room on the ground floor of Ram's house. Then what he omitted here in translation from Bengali there, one line, because it came so many times, repeatedly. Sri Ramakrishna in smiley face, Sahasya Vadan. He's always smiley face. Probably Maharaj thought that word said obvious. Sri Ramakrishna means smiley face. So no need to write it, translate it like that, probably. So he's smiling, and Sri Ramakrishna is talking to devotees joyfully. Wherever he is there is the mark of joy. And he is always smiley face, enjoying the situation like that. People are enjoying, and he is also enjoying devotee's companion. So that joy is there. And this is Saturday. And he said that lunisolar calendar he mentions always. Lunisolar calendar because in Bengali calendar is solar, of course, but it also follows the almanac according to the moon. So sometimes it adjusts because lunar calendar is about 27 days and solar calendar is 30 days. So then 3 days gets mismatch. And then at the end of the year, after a few years, they have to add one extra month to make that match. So that is why it's not totally lunar calendar, which say in Islam they follow 100% lunar calendar. So Ramadan, If it is 6:15 sun, Sri Ramakrishna is sitting, so sun is it's yet very bright, 1 hour, more than 1 hour to set. So you can imagine it's a bright sun outside and Sri Ramakrishna inside, that bright vibration of spirituality is going on. The light outside, the light inside. And that is the theme of this chapter, how he started, that he tuned the string at the very beginning with that description. Time, date, full moon, bright outside, and then 5 o'clock, afternoon, evening, summer, long day, and Sri Ramakrishna joyfully sitting in Ram's house downstairs. No, he wants more people to share the joy. They say the more you share the joy, it multiplies. So that is why he's looking for that. Hasn't the younger Naren arrived yet? Choto Naren, younger Naren, he didn't come. After a while, he entered. And the younger Naren entered the room. Then master is asking to M, what about him? Then M said, no clue, what about him? He said that, who, sir? Then he said, Kishori. Isn't Girish Ghosh coming? What about Narendra? He needs everyone. So I think, you know what, sometimes I feel we should make every effort, because in our altar, in every home, we have Sri Ramakrishna sitting there. We can do meditation there. But when you come to the center, in front of him, if he sees all his devotees are sitting together, then he feels more joy. And that joy also gets transmitted within us. So praying together, discussing together, that brings another level of joy. Praying at home is good, but if we get chance, it's always better to come to the center. It's another thing. So he said that, Girish and Narendra, he inquired, and then inquired, it would be fine if Kedar was there. He agrees with Girish. Agrees means that to Mohima, smilingly he explained that he says the same thing. Same things means Girish always used to say Sri Ramakrishna is the incarnation of God. So Kedar also agrees with that. So similar-minded people coming together and talking in front of Sri Ramakrishna, discussing, that he liked. So he said that it would be good if Kedar would be here. And then Ram had arranged the kirtan. So with folded hands, the musician said to Sri Ramakrishna, Sir, I can begin if you give the order. So because in honor of Sri Ramakrishna loved singing, dancing, to take God's name. So he arranged for that. And the musician came and asked for permission. Now one interesting thing Sri Ramakrishna says, maybe it is very trivial, but again, this is to meditate more. I would like to see it in this way. In Bengali, there is one line there was. Sri Ramakrishna said that, I want to have some water. Very simple line. But I was thinking that he nodded to that, to give permission. They didn't say anything that he gave permission. He said, yes, start it. He didn't say like that. But next word he said, I want to have water. So two things. First, when he thinks about kirtan, when he thinks God's name, he goes to samadhi, and to come back to enjoy, he would sometimes say that, I want to have water. I want to have betel nut, like that kind of thing. This might be one precaution he's trying to take, but he will fail very soon. Another thing is that it might be also that water quench the thirst, and kirtan quench the thirst of listening God's name. So both are the thirst quencher in one way or the other. So when he said that, I want to, if you give permission, I can start. Then he said that I want to have water. I want to quench my thirst. So then the master drank some water and then chewed spices from a small bag and asked him to close the bag. So he always used to carry some pan masala kind of thing, some betel nuts, some spices like that, and he was very careful about that spice bag. Even if he is going by carriage or something, he cannot take care of his own clothes, but he was very careful about that one. And then still in Belur Math they have Sri Ramakrishna's spice bag. So he was very nicely, he would take care of it. So he asked him to close the bag. And then the musicians started the kirtan. As Sri Ramakrishna heard the sound of the drum, he went into an ecstatic mood. This drum and the sound of the drum taking him to different levels. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Gospel itself it is mentioned. He was going through some village and then somebody told him that the clay of this village is used to make the drum for kirtan. As soon as he heard this word, the clay of this village is used to make the kirtan drum, Sri Chaitanya went to ecstatic mood. So this drum started to being played, Sri Ramakrishna went to ecstatic mood. While listening to the prelude, not even the kirtan, prelude of the kirtan, he plunged into deep samadhi. He placed his legs on the lap of Nitya Gopal, who was sitting near him. And the devotee, means Nitya Gopal, too, was in an ecstatic mood. He was weeping, and other devotees looked on intently. It's beautiful lila to meditate on like that, how that the God himself is going in samadhi and devotee is holding the feet of the God, and in devotion, in the ecstatic love, tears are flowing, and that time all other devotees speechlessly, intently looking at that lila. So there he stops. Then this lila discussion he comes. So regaining partial consciousness, Sri Ramakrishna said, from the Nitya to the Lila, and from the Lila to the Nitya. So these two. So he was in ecstatic mood, in samadhi, in eternal, like that. What is that called? Nitya. And then he's coming back to Lila. And when he's listening to the song, that Lila, again he's going back to samadhi. So this Nitya and Lila, he is just moving like, flowing like this, like a fish in water. He's so free movement. Then he asked Nitya Gopal, what is your ideal? Nitya Gopal said, both are good. Sri Ramakrishna closed his eyes and said, closing eyes, is it only this? Is it only closed eyes? Does God exist only when the eyes are closed and cease to exist when the eyes are open? So to see God everywhere, the Leela belongs to him, to whom the Nitya belongs. The Nitya belongs to him, to whom the Leela belongs. It's like an ocean. Waves belongs to that ocean. And also, waves are making that ocean. It's a part of that ocean. So this Leela of the waves and the standstill ocean, the same water. This water, they both are in the same level. So when you close the eyes, you see him. When you open the eyes, you also see him. Here, I just want to share one story, but it's not related with very high spiritual level, but it's a fun story kind of thing. One 5-year-old kid, she comes with her parents, and her parents like listening all these Vedanta lectures that God is everywhere. You can see God open eyes, you can see God close eyes, and all these things. So she's 5-year-old. She listened, and God knows what she understood, but something probably she understood. So now she goes to play school. And in her play school, there are other kids also. One of them has some, mother is from some Asian background, and father is some European background. And that kid is born and brought up in United States. So that kid doesn't have any Vedanta background at all. And this little one was telling her friend that, God is everywhere. Whatever you see is God. Then the other one agreed. Then she made her friend's eyes closed. And keeping her eyes closed, he said that, I will show you God. Keep your eyes closed. So he kept closed. And then after some time, she opened the eyes and said that, what do you see? And this other one was in the fear of losing friendship or God knows what. She heard that God is everywhere. She said that, I see God everywhere, she said. And then the one who is giving the vision of God, that 5-year-old told her friend, you should come to Hollywood Vedanta. So now seeing God everywhere. So this telling the Leela, so he said that Leela and Nitya are everywhere. Then he is telling to Mahima, my dear sir, let me tell you. Before that, Mahima is telling, revered sir, both are according to the will of God. By the will of God only you see him in your heart. By the will of God only you see God everywhere. It's kripa. Kripa, when God's grace comes, then you can attain that state. Then Master said that some people climb the 7th floor of a building and cannot get down. But some climb a floor like that, and they cannot go all the places. And once they attain the highest level, after promotion, they are released. After that, retirement probably. God knows what happens. So they cannot keep on moving and staying there. They are the employee only. But Ishwar Koti and Jiva. So he is telling like that there are some, they can. So Ishwar Koti people, they, after attainment of God for the welfare of the world, they can say like the Bodhisattvas. Like Swamiji. Swami Vivekananda, after God realization, he was for the suffering of the humanity, he was working. And not only all the direct disciples, basically, they were doing that. And then Sri Ramakrishna is saying, Uddhava said to the gopis, he whom you address as your Krishna dwells in all beings. It is he alone who has become the universe and the living beings. So you see everybody, Krishna, 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 Krishna in everybody. And he is there, you say that in special manifestation, general manifestation. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna is saying, Ishvara sarvabhutanam riddeshe Arjuna. Ishwar sarvabhutanam, every bhutas, riddeshe Arjuna. In the heart of every bhuta, God resides there. Even more beautiful is that this saying comes with that Kathopanishad, that famous verse, no? This one I love. I'd like to, let me chant that one, right? Agnir jathaiko bhuvanang pravishta rupang rupang pratirupa babhuva ekas tatha sarvabhutan taratma rupang rupang pratirupa bahishcha. So you think that what? One fire in this world, whenever it goes in any object, it takes that form. When the big house is burning, you see the fire of that shape of the house. A big tree is burning, you see the fire of that tree shape. The same fire, wherever it goes, and that form it assumes. Similarly, that same God, whatever being he goes, he takes that form, he assumes that same form. But it is the inner self within all living being assume the form of every form. And again, fire is this example, why it is so good? Because we know fire is very photogenic, no matter how destructive it is. So when somewhere some wildfire, we had that great fire in Los Angeles, right? Last year, I think. And everywhere, so many photos. People suffered, true, but people enjoyed looking at the photos also. Oh, really, really, really like that. Fire is so photogenic. Rupang, rupang. That form, to see. The rupa has another meaning, that's a beauty. So photogenic beauty of that fire, rupang, rupang. And also, another thing, in this, how here you can see that Thakur is telling that you see that every form is God form. You are seeing that. And each, we have the sense organ, right? And each sense organ, light, is associated with eyes, associated with form. The three are together. Air, associated with sound, is associated with ear. The same, so this, when he described the beginning of the story, he said that it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun is still out there. And Sri Ramakrishna is that form, he is bright form, smiley face, sitting there. That rupang, that beauty, he started with that. So it came, and everybody, and Sri Ramakrishna is looking for Kedar, every form. If Kedar was here, it was good. What about Girish Ghosh? Another form. Narendra won't come? Another form. Where is Choto Naren? Where is the younger Naren? When Kishori will come? Nitya Gopal, what do you think? Every form he is personally serving the God inside, in them. And then he said that therefore I say, does a man meditate on God only when his eyes are closed? Doesn't he say anything of God when his eyes are open? So he can see that, and he's teaching us to be able to see that. That is God only, nobody else in this world, other than God. Then the Mohima placed a very nice question here, very good question. If Sri Ramakrishna was a professor, then he would begin in that way, good question, and then would go for that question. The question is I have a question to ask. A lover of God needs nirvana some time or other, doesn't he? Because if he keeps on seeing, it's very reasonable, because as long as you see, hear, feel, whatever, you are under the realm of mind. How you are seeing, through your mind. And what is that mind? Maya. So you are under the realm of Maya. isn't it? So from our perspective, Mohima's question makes sense. That doesn't that devotee need to go beyond Maya to get nirvana, to forget about that, to stop ceasing, that world should stop to exist at some point? Then Master, he said that very nicely, he's answered. It can't be said that bhaktas need nirvana. Need, no need. According to some schools, there is eternal Krishna and there are also his eternal devotees. So, when you expand, when it becomes all fulfilled, when it goes to eternity, then what happens? It's two ways to do that. You eradicate, eradicate, and then nothing is there, the world stops to exist, and your mind is nirguna, nirvikalpa, samadhi. But another way is that you get fulfilled with more and saturated, super saturated with God consciousness. It's all full of God. It doesn't have beginning, doesn't have end. It's all thing, the same, infinity, the same thing. So it is the eternal Krishna, eternal, and they are also eternal, his devotees. Krishna, the spirit embodied, and his abode also is spirit embodied. They say like that, Chinmay Sham, Chinmay Dham. Chinmay, full of consciousness, Chit, consciousness embodied, and then this abode, this whole plane is saturated with consciousness. And this whole Krishna is also consciousness. So devotees are all consciousness. Everything, whatever I say, is consciousness. Then, if nothing is beyond consciousness, then why do you need nirvana? So he said that, no, you don't need nirvana. Then, this is the state of actually sahaja samadhi. Sahaja samadhi, there we know that savikalpa samadhi, nirvikalpa samadhi, and sahaja samadhi. In Sri Ramakrishna's dhyan mantra, meditation, when we do that, Sri Ramakrishna's meditation, it says like that, Dhrita sahaja samadhing chinmayang komalangang vimala paramahangsang Ramakrishnang bhajama. Dhrita sahaja samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna was always in sahaja samadhi. And that state is very much superior state. Why? Because when you have savikalpa samadhi, you see someone inside, some form, of course, not someone means like any normal person, your chosen ideal inside, and you concentrate on your chosen ideal, and you totally get absorbed in your chosen ideal. That's savikalpa samadhi. You are not aware of your outside, whatever going on. That's a temporary state. Then, nirvikalpa samadhi. It's a totally transcendental state. That there you don't see anything. Mind is in such a level that you can describe that what you are seeing. Where you are, mind is not there, totally absence of mind. And what happens in that, both the states are temporary. Of course, both gives you knowledge, brings you knowledge, but you get the absolute knowledge. But at the same time, you can't be in meditation and absorbed with your chosen ideal, like always. After certain time, definitely you will come back. So it is time dependent. And then also in Vivek Chudamani, how Shankaracharya is saying, Adhunaiva maya drishya, that he said that just now I saw the world. Where did it go? Kim adbhutam. It's so strange. So that's a nirvikalpa samadhi. Just now I was seeing the world and now it just vanished. Where did it go? You can't be in that vanished state forever. You are coming back. But sahaja samadhi is that you are always saturated with God, your inner peace and joy is there, and total, you are established in the non-dual knowledge, but you are performing all the worldly actions. So that is, Sri Ramakrishna is talking to people, Sri Ramakrishna is enjoying, Sri Ramakrishna is every now and then going to samadhi, deeper samadhi, but dhrita sahaja samadhi, chinmayang, that consciousness embodied, Bimala Paramahansang, that's a stainless great swan Paramahansang, Ramakrishna. I shall bow down to that Sri Ramakrishna. That's it. So he is telling that eternal Krishna, eternal his abode, eternal Krishna, eternal his devotees. So he is telling that Krishna and his devotees are like the moon and the stars, always near each other. So whenever you see the moon, you see the stars. And moon, what happens? Time to time, it keeps on moving in every constellation. And in that, astrologically, there are 27 stars, and moon goes with every star time to time. So all devotees get closer companion of their chosen ideal. So that Krishna and then his devotees are all together. So then afterwards he is telling that you yourself repeat, what is the what need is there of penance if God is seen within and without? This is from Narada Pancharatra. That verse says that Narada was a great devotee of Krishna, Vishnu, and there's a scripture, Narada Pancharatra, and there this verse talks about that Aradhita jadi Hari tapasya tato kim. If you are worshipping Hari, why do you need austerity? Na aradhita jadi Hari tapasya tato kim. If you don't worship Hari, what's the point of doing austerity? So that is the inner meaning, is that worshipping God or to see God is higher than austerity. Austerity we do what? Fasting between breakfast and lunch. It's a huge austerity. So, but anyway, no, we do better austerity, Ekadasi and all this. I'm joking, people who are doing austerity, I have full respect. But the point is that to develop the love for God is that higher goal and higher level than. And then he said that Antarbahir jadi Hari, within and without, if there is Hari, tapasya tato kim. What is the need of doing tapasya? Na antarbahir jadi Hari, if you within or without, if you don't see Hari, tapasya tato kim. What's the point of doing austerity? Then the next part is suggesting Birama Brahman, stop. Oh, the seeker of Brahman, King Tapasyashu Vatsha, why are you doing austerity? Braja dijo shigrang shankarang jnana sindham. Shankara is the ocean of knowledge. Go to that Shankara. And then this person who is the ocean of knowledge, what to attain from him? Labho Hari Bhakti, devotion for God. Attain that one from the person of knowledge. And then, why to get that one? Vaishnavaktang Shupakkang Bhavo Nigara Nibandha Chedaning Kartarincha. That devotion to Hari will cut the bondage of worldliness. So, the purpose is that devotion to Hari is highly superior to tapasya. And to feel like that, this prana is Hari, this body is Hari, this table, Hari, this pot, this glass, this whatever I see is Hari, Hari, Hari. And everything, the whole universe is made up of Hari. And not only that, that goal is that to attain that devotion to Hari, and so that the love God and love man, love humanity. Once you develop that love within, Swamiji is telling that I can't, Mother also said, I can't content myself. In doya atmohara hoye jai. In for the love to people, in compassion I forget myself totally. So when the heart becomes full with that love, it's like a flood. Everywhere it just moves and embraces the whole world like that. So he said that he's mentioning that one, that why to do austerity? If you have Hari Bhakti, then it's not necessary to do anything at all. Further, I have told you that devotee who is born with an element of Vishnu cannot altogether get rid of bhakti. We discussed this last one class also. You remember that Sri Ramakrishna said it quite a few times in another place also. That person who is born, because Vishnu is the incarnation, Shiva is the knowledge. So the person, the born of Shiva's part, is not the incarnation, it's a teacher. And Vishnu's comes back again and again. Jada jada hi dharma. So whenever dharma declines, whenever his devotees suffer, he comes back over and over. As Rama, as Krishna, as Ramakrishna, Vishnu. He is the sustenance, the person to sustain the world. So to sustain the creation, he has to come back again and again. So bhakti, so Vishnu bhakti if you have, this means you have the love for humanity, and no matter how much ever you are listening about the knowledge and all this, bhakti will still remain there because you are born in the part of Vishnu. So, and you will keep on seeing Vishnu everywhere. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita, one very nice line is there. Because Chaitanya is also Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He's born from Krishna. He's the incarnation of Krishna. So they said that, Addopiyo shei lila kore gora rai, majhe majhe bhakta jane dekhibare paye. So this means it's eternal Krishna, the Gora Rai, the Chaitanya, always is doing that lila. And sometimes when devotees are tuned to that level, they can see how Chaitanya is doing that lila. When devotees are tuned, they can see how Krishna is doing the lila. When devotees are tuned, they can see how Sri Ramakrishna is doing the lila. Sometimes we feel like that oh my God, but luckily Thakur did that one. That is why I didn't think about it. But Thakur thought about it, and then that's Thakur's Leela. He is doing that. When we are there, we can see it. So then why he said that, then he's giving one interesting, he's sharing his reminiscences of his guru, Totapuri. Once I fell into the clutches of a Gyani who made me listen Vedanta for 11 months. So that Totapuri, he was 11 months, and Sri Ramakrishna is always bhakti person. But he could not altogether destroy the seed of bhakti in me. No matter where my mind wandered, it would come back to Divine Mother. In Bengali, he is saying very sweetly, Ghure phire ma ma. Moving around and then ma. Thakur knows only mother, nothing else. But when he went to actually Totapuri, because he is a Gyani, and before that his teacher was Yogeshwari, Bhairavi. Yogeshwari taught him all these bhakti path, Vaishnava and Tantra, both. And he practiced all these rituals and everything. Bhairavi didn't like him. She didn't want Sri Ramakrishna to go to Totapuri because she was scared that the bhakti will go away. She taught, she guided, and she led him to develop bhakti inside. And she is thinking that Sri Ramakrishna is that student like that. She is not seeing him, God himself, like that. She knew that he is incarnation, but still. But Sri Ramakrishna wanted to know that what is there in Vedanta. So for 11 months, he heard Vedanta. But still he said that at the end of the day, I would come back and say, ma, like that. So whenever I sang for her, Nangta would weep. Nangta Totapuri would start weeping and say that, what is this? He was so mesmerized that he made him listen Vedanta 11 months. After that, he is singing Kali Kirtan and Nangta Totapuri get mesmerized with it. The Gyani becomes like the Bhakta. You see, he was such a great Gyani and still wept to the younger Naren and others he is telling. Remember the popular saying, if a man drinks the juice of Alek creeper, the plant grows inside the stomach. So Alek creeper, you have here in this country also. They call, I wrote the name because it's very common in Bengal, and that calls Alek, that word comes from Alok, light, that brightness. See how this light, summer afternoon, and this kind of thing is coming back again. From Sri Ramakrishna's example again, that brightness, the beauty, again came back in that example. Alek, the word came from Alok. And Alok is like that golden color. So, and gold in Sanskrit called Swarna. Swarna Lata. Swarna Lata tree, a creeper, Lata is the creeper. Swarna Lata creeper is called Alek Lata. And it has the medicinal use also for jaundice treatment, for skin disease treatment. Ayurveda, it is important. And it calls that, the scientific name is Kaskuta or something, and popularly called it is that Dadar creeper. So in Oklahoma area, this kind of creepers are there. Not everywhere, but in limited places. In United States, this creeper is there. So this same light, that like a golden light, which like doesn't burn but illumines, like that. Then he's putting the analogy of that flower, Swarnalata, with bhakti, that brings you the knowledge but doesn't burn, soothing, brightens your mind only. That's the intention. It's very nicely he said. And then he said that Alek creeper, when it goes and it grows like all this, once the seed of bhakti is sown, the effect is inevitable. It will gradually grow into a tree with flowers and fruits. And he says after this, it's a little bit of that even it will give. Then he gives, in Bengali, he said one Sanskrit line. I think Maharaj omitted this one during translation because it has the mythological background. And 1942, standing there in United States when this first edition published, that time to explain that mythological background, Hindu mythology, was too much. So maybe that is why he omitted. He said that Mushalam Kulo Nashanam. Mushal is that one type of weapon. And that weapon is like club-like, you can say. And when Kurukshetra war was over, that time Gandhari, that wife of Dhritarashtra, the king, the blind king, his wife, her 100 sons all died in that war. And brother fought with brother, and the whole thing got destroyed. The whole dynasty got destroyed. So she cursed Krishna that the way you were present there and you led that brother to fight with each other and the whole destruction to go forward, your dynasty will face the same thing and you have to see the thing. The pain I am going through, you have to see that pain. That whole, your clan will also be destroyed. So Krishna accepted that. And then when he went to Dwaraka, that he had a son, his name was Shamba. He put one stone on his tummy and pretended that he is a pregnant woman, and big high-level sages, Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Durvasa, and all these few sages were there. He went to those sages and asked them, making fun like that, can you tell me what I am going to give birth, a boy or girl, or something. He didn't say boy or girl, what is going to be born out of me. That sages were very powerful. They could see that he's making fun of them. So he said that you will be giving birth of a mushal, that club-like thing, pestle or mushal, club-like thing, and that will be the cause of the destruction of this whole clan of your dynasty. So Krishna heard about it, and then he realized that something it's inevitable. So he suggested to crush it totally, to just rub friction with that, and then crush it, and throw it in the ocean. So they did that. But the last part of that, a metallic part, he could not. The last tiny part they threw in the ocean, and all the powdered part went in the ocean. And when the one fish swallowed that metallic part, and the whole area was full of that tiny, that stick kind of thing, that mace, you can call club, whatever, that mushal. Then suddenly, one day, two brothers started arguing, and that argument went such a way, they picked up that one and slayed another. And then like a wildfire, it just spreaded. Each other started to kill each other like that. And that the residue, the one which the fish swallowed, a hunter found that fish, and when it cut the fish, it got that residue and found that, it's a nice metal. He sharpened it and then went for hunting. And there Krishna was resting, seeing his feet from far away, he thought that it's a deer. And he used that one. And that's how Krishna was hurt, and Krishna died. So Krishna, including Krishna, they were from the same part, the whole thing then. So he said that, so why he is giving that example? That they tried really hard to crush the whole thing. But no, mushalam kulo nashanam, that tiny bit of that mushal, whatever remained, it destroyed the whole thing, the whole dynasty. So, bhakti, even if you have a tiny bit bhakti bij, the seed of that bhakti, it will grow in love for God, and eventually this whole world and worldliness will be eradicated. So this example, you may reason and argue 1,000 times, but if you have the seed of bhakti within you, you will surely come back to Hari and say, Hari, Hari, Hari Bol. Be happy like that. See how much we read Vedanta and all these things, but when Sri Ramakrishna birthday celebration happens, how do we feel? That's bhakti, love for Sri Ramakrishna. And how much reasoning we do. But when we cook for Ram Nam even, then we feel that, Sri Ram Jai Jai Ram. We see like that and feel so happy, the mind, that's a seed of bhakti and keeps our mind like that, shoots up. So, true love for God, and it turns actually to knowledge. And really knowledgeable person will see God everywhere and have the devotion for God. There is no difference actually. And there is very good saying that Sridhar Swami wrote the commentary of Bhagavad Gita, and his best work is the commentary of Bhagavatam. He wrote that the original meaning of Bhagavatam, then commentary Bhashya of Bhagavatam he wrote. And he was from Shankara school, so he was Shankarite in the path of knowledge, but he had tremendous devotion from Krishna. So he had that bhakti also inside. So he said that Dvaitam, Bandhaya Moksham, when Dvaitam at the beginning is the bondage for liberation, mokshas. At the beginning, Prapte bodha, Manishwa, once you attain the knowledge, Prapte bodha, Prapta means to attain knowledge, Bhaktartham kalpitam dvaita. For the purpose of bhakti, when you see Dvaita, Advaitadapi sundaram, it's more beautiful than Advaita. Dvaita, before knowledge, it's the cause of bondage. But after knowledge, once our bodha is there, then duality is more sweet than Advaita, non-duality. Then you see all the time God everywhere. Swamiji said to Thakur, that he asked, what do you want? He said that I want to be in Samadhi, come down, eat, go back to Samadhi. He said that, Shem, you want this little state. Always be in that joy. Always see God inside. I will show you. There is a state, even beyond that, a higher stage, that always you see God inside, outside, within, without. That's the joy, to be with God at all time. Then Master is asking to Mahima, laughing, what is the thing you enjoy the most? Remember, this is summer time. The main fruit of summer is what? Mango. And he is telling, nothing, sir, I like mangoes. So Master smilingly said that all by yourself, or do you want to share them with others? You see, we started the story with sharing. Sri Ramakrishna is asking, is this person there? Is this person there? Is this person there? You want to be yourself or sharing with others? So Mahima said that, I am not anxious to give others a share. I may as well eat all by myself. So he is telling that, but Sri Ramakrishna is telling that, no, but do you know my attitude? I accept both, Nitya and Leela. Nitya is that by myself. But Leela is with others. So I like both. Doesn't God exist? If one looks around with eyes open, he's coming back to the point again. After realizing him, that is what I said, that after realizing God, duality is a lot sweeter than non-duality. After realizing him, one knows that he is both absolute and the universe. It is who is the indivisible Satchidananda. Again, it is who he has become the universe and its living being. So that is why I said that Advaita Gyan Achole Bedhe, after tying the non-dual knowledge at the end of your cloth, capture it first. Ja ichha tai karo. Do whatever you want to do. You will enjoy only. First you see, and then you know that this is Nitya is God, Leela is also God, and you are free to roam around without any effort. That effortless samadhi, that is the Sahaja Samadhi state. So we end here today, and we will, but the day is not over, so we will continue. So next time at the end of the month, again I will give another gospel class, so that time I will continue this one. So here, that one bhava, one mood is pretty much over here. So this is the right place to stop with Sahaja Samadhi thought and Advaita Gyan Achule. So after realizing God, then you can move around the world freely and enjoy that whatever it is. Good, bad, doesn't matter. It comes and goes. To take it easy like that. Okay? So we'll stop here. It's the time. 8:30. So is there any question today? Yeah, what is that? He's giving.
Hello. Mataji, the Leela and Nitya, if I take it in a different way, I'm just trying to understand in that way, Leela is more of a temporary, Nitya is more of a permanent, means eternal.
No, Leela is, okay, Leela is temporary and Nitya is eternal. Right? No, he's telling that, as I understood here, that the point is that Chinmay Sham, Chinmay Dham. He's focusing on that. No, God is eternal, his Leela is also eternal.
Okay.
So God comes back again and again, like say when he came as Rama, there was the Leela, his Leela. He came as Sri Ramakrishna, his Leela. So it is also eternally keep on going. His Leela is also continuously going, and Nitya is also continuously going. Continuous. That is what. It's not temporary or. So if you want to put temporary versus eternal, it's not that. It's that both are eternal.
Both are eternal.
Both are eternal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any more question? No question. Okay. So we just so tomorrow I think Gyanashuddhananda ji will give Kathopanishad class. Yes. So tomorrow Gyanashuddhananda ji will talk about Kathopanishad, and that's it. We will meet again sometime.
There's one
Online question. So let me see. Hold on. Okay. If we take up. Okay. If we take up. I'm hearing myself. Okay, there are actually three questions. One is that since God alone is the doer and all powers belong to Him, what is the proper attitude towards negative qualities, mistakes, and shortcomings when they arise? Yes, because when we have that God alone is the doer, when we have that knowledge already established in our mind, then there will be no shortcoming. Sri Ramakrishna said that if you are an efficient dancer, will never make the false stepping. So, when as shortcomings and negativity will come as long as we have the ego and we think that I am the doer. The God is the doer, that knowledge arises, then there will be no negative active action will be taken. Brahmogyanis cannot make mistake. And even when they give the spontaneous discussion, that also become beneficial automatically. And in case of others, attitude towards the negative qualities within when they are arise. So in me, if I see the negative qualities are arising, this means I still have ego. I have to work on them. And why these negative qualities? To clean it out, to pray more, to read, to study scriptures more, and to do most importantly selfless action. All this only selfless action, nishkama karma is the way to clean the heart, to dispel all negativities. Other than that, there is no way. So, another question, how to start japa without initiation? The purpose of japa is to concentrate the mind on one ideal. So, whatever your chosen ideal, deity you like, we can pick up that one. Because some person may like Shiva. They always can do Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Somebody may like Ma Kali, they can do Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Or anything. If someone likes Sri Ramakrishna, they can do Jai Sri Ramakrishna, Jai Sri Ramakrishna, Jai Sri Ramakrishna. So to think of japa means to think about the ideal, chosen ideal, his essence. When I say Jai Sri Ramakrishna essence I have to also think. Who is that Sri Ramakrishna? Is that embodied being I see the photograph? Yes, true. At the same time, that's Satchidananda Brahman himself, Rama himself, Krishna himself, the glories of Rama, the glories of Krishna, the glories of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna's teachings. Sri Ramakrishna's essence is in his teachings. Sri Ramakrishna's essence is in devotion, his love for humanity, the qualities. To meditate, japa means to take Jai Sri Ramakrishna, to take. At the same time, in the back of the mind, to think about his love for people, his devotion to Divine Mother. It will make the japa more powerful. And then, if we take up the task, self-transformation, we come across many negative qualities within us, some of which we can amend ourselves, some we can't. What to do for these which we cannot amend? There is nothing which is not amendable. We can overcome everything. It's mind. We are way, way more powerful than our mind. We can't imagine that how much powerful we are. So, all these negative qualities, whatever is coming, address them as it is coming, and it will not be solved right away. So, I can tell one thing. A small example. When long ago I asked Maharaj, Swami Shobhadeva Ji, that how do I know that spiritually progressing. So he told me the reactions you can observe in yourself. When somebody says something, the way you retaliate, the way you react, and how long it is staying in with you. The more you get detached, the more you get spiritually uplifted, the lesser will be the reaction, and even if the reaction is happening, it will go away. The longevity of the reaction also will be shortened. These two things to note like that. So, this means that longevity of the reaction will happen. So maybe at the beginning it is staying for a month. Oh, that person did this thing to me. Oh, that person did this. 1 month I keep on saying. Then next time it is happening, maybe with my japa meditation, because I am getting more connected to Sri Ramakrishna or Mother, like whatever, then it doesn't matter. Whatever that person said, did that. Let me think about Mother. That's much better way to spend day. Then after some time, it will happen that, okay, that negativity is coming by seeing that person. Oh, again he has come. What to? So, okay, not to be that much bothered about that presence. Then see that Mother said, no, that cat, I am in that cat also, my child. He said to that brahmachari. So maybe she is in that person also. It's okay, I cannot love him at this moment, but later it will be. So gradually it will progress. So sooner or later, we have to address it. We have to face it. Because what are the negativities? These are our samskaras. All the junk we collected with this, put them in the basement. Now it is the time to clean the basement. All these stuffs are coming out, and then you have to put in trash, blue bin, black bin, green bin, categorize and discard and clean up. Nothing can be done about it. We have to work, and Nishkam Karma helps a lot, really. That is why Swamiji again and again said like that, Nishkam Karma. Without any expectation, just to do out of love, offer, and be free. Every moment freedom, small freedom, when it gets together, accumulated, the huge freedom, the absolute one. Okay? Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yeah.